So close and yet so far from the hectic pace of metropolitan Tampa, this is an area of old Florida in eastern Hillsborough County. Here there are still farms, open spaces, beautiful oak-lined streets, and some pristine wetlands and forests. These natural areas are home to a vast assortment of wildlife, including the protected American bald eagle. My name is Joy Ingram. This is my home. And this is also the story of Tampa Electric Company's decision to route their high-voltage power line project through this area. If the Willow Oak Wheeler Davis project follows TECO's preferred route, many acres of old forest and wetlands will be destroyed, and a bald eagle nesting site that has been active for at least 35 years will be disrupted. All of this is to be done even though TECO originally identified alternate routes that would pass mostly through commercial, industrial, and non-residential areas. Quite a bit of the land in danger is actually owned by Tampa Electric Company, and they have big plans. The citizens of Florida do need more power, and TECO needs to put in high-voltage transmission corridors to meet those needs. But in TECO's preferred route in this area, they will clear-cut a 600-foot wide path all the way from Martin Luther King Boulevard to US 92. But this is wetlands, right? Private citizens who own property containing wetlands can't even mow. So why will TECO be allowed to clear-cut? What about the eagles? TECO is required to leave a 300-foot circle around the nest. But apparently destroying thousands of other trees in the eagle's habitat doesn't really matter. And yet even TECO claims to value trees. Every month in my electric bill, there's a little brochure that contains a section on renewable energy. TECO wants me to donate so that they can provide blocks of this renewable energy. If I donate 3 of these blocks, it'll be the same as planting 1.5 acres of trees. But isn't it better just not to cut down the trees to begin with? Trees and wetlands help keep our air and water cleaner in the local area. When we cut down forested areas, we simply make our greenhouse emissions problem worse. But at least we have wetlands mitigation to counter the effects of some of this destruction, right? Wetlands mitigation may be better than nothing at all, but in this particular case, with this property, it would probably better be named wetlands guilt mitigation. In addition to devastating this property, TECO's chosen route will compromise property values of voting taxpayers all along the way. Many of us also have concerns about the health risks of long-term exposure to high voltage lines. We know Floridians need more power. We know TECO must do this project, but there has to be a better way than destroying this. The alternate routes available to TECO present a much more environmentally friendly solution for this project. For example, here along the Broadway area segment, industrial and commercial developments are predominant. For this and the MLK Boulevard segment, the overall impact to the environment would be minimal. Both of these segments intersect with US Highway 301, which leads directly to the endpoint of the project, the Davis substation. 301, like the other segments, is mostly comprised of industrial and commercial activity. Clearly, these alternate commercial routes are the better alternatives for this project. It's not easy being green. Someone is always trying to chop you down. But if you're watching this, you can help. Please contact the office of Florida Governor Charlie Crist and tell him that he must refuse to sign off on this travesty when it comes across his desk. Governor Crist, please make TECO rethink this route by not giving your approval to this application. As I have shown, there are other viable alternative routes. Please help us preserve the property values and health of the people in this area, as well as preventing the devastation of an environmental ecosystem that is precious and rare. And finally, TECO. Your current plan is unconscionable. You could use this as an opportunity to be the truly green electric company. You have a chance for fabulous PR, a chance for wonderful community goodwill, and it's not too late. Up to this point, you have chosen the path that is legal, the path that is easy. Now I implore you to not do just what is legal. Please, please choose to do what is also right. Thank you for listening.